Okay, in this video we are going to take a look into into writing into an already existing text file. So we already have a text file. For example, we have a text file called uh, sample file, right? Sample file dot txt. So we already have this file in a hard disk, right? It's already there, but we want to add more data to this file, more data to this existing file, right? So we want to add more data. So for example, previously it had hi, good day. So this was the data that was already there in this file. Now we want to write more data to this. When we're going to use an existing file, any new values of data that we are going to add, any new text that we are going to add is going to be added underneath. Okay, so it's going to be added to it's going to be added at the end of what is already there. So we already had these two lines inside the file. These are not going to get disturbed, and they're all new data is going to be added after the existing data. So all new data is going to be added after the existing data. Now this is very simple to understand. Once again, we are using a stream writer because we want to write to this file, right? Sample.txt. But interestingly, we have this boolean value here, true. True basically means that you are going to append to an already existing file. Previously we only used to give the name of the file when we were writing into the file, or we used to give the name of the file when we were reading from the file, right? But if you have an existing file and you want to work with that existing file, you must give this boolean variable true as a parameter in the constructor. So this time, because we are trying to read from an existing file, we are going to pass two parameters. One is the name of the file, and the second one is this variable, boolean value. Sorry, the second parameter is this boolean value true. Okay, so when we are reading from an existing file, this is the format that we have to follow. Okay, so we've opened up this file now to write into it, and this is where we are calling the built-in writeLine method, which is written inside this streamWriter class. We are using our object file handle to access this writeLine method, and this method is basically a part of the streamWriter class. Using this writeLine method, we are going to write whatever is being passed as a parameter here. We can see that what we are passing here is some sort of a string variable, and this string variable must have some kind of value inside of it. Let's say this line of text had a value, had something like good night written, right? So this basically had this string variable line of text had this value inside of it. So good night is now going to be written here in the file after good day, and finally we've closed the file. I hope you've understood the concept. It's very similar to what we did when we were writing into a new file. The only difference is, in an existing file the constructor is slightly different. When you call the constructor using the new keyword, you have to pass in two parameters, the name of the file and a boolean variable true, to indicate that this is an existing file.